In October 2022, Tom Brady announced the end of his 13-year marriage to supermodel Gisele Bündchen. What made this split particularly significant wasn't just that it dissolved one of Hollywood's most high-profile relationships, it happened in the middle of his final NFL season, a year that would become the first and only losing season of his entire 23-year career. This is the story of how personal turmoil and professional decline converged at the end of an era. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to February 2022. After 22 seasons with the New England Patriots and 1 season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady announced his retirement at age 44. He posted the news on social media, and the sports world went into shock. Brady had just won the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay. Retirement seemed inevitable, but there was a problem brewing behind the scenes. His wife, Gisele Bündchen, was reportedly pushing for him to step away from football entirely. According to reports at the time, Gisele had given Tom an ultimatum: retire and focus on family, or their marriage was over. Brady initially agreed. He announced his retirement on February 1st, 2022, seemingly ready to hang up his cleats for good. But 40 days later, on March 13th, 2022, Brady shocked everyone again. He is unretired. In a statement, he said his place was still on the field, not in the stands. He was coming back for the 2022 season. What followed was a decision that would have lasting consequences for both his career and his marriage. The unretirement appears to have been the final straw. By August 2022, rumors emerged that Gisele had begun consulting with divorce lawyers. The marriage that had started back in 2009, that had produced 2 children together, Benjamin and Vivian, seemed to be unraveling. In March 2023, months after the divorce was finalized, Gisele gave an extensive interview to Vanity Fair where she opened up about what really happened. She didn't deny that football was a factor, but she pushed back against the narrative that it was the only reason. She called allegations about an ultimatum the craziest thing I've ever heard. Instead, she explained that over their 13 years together, she and Tom had simply grown apart. Here is what she said: "When I was 26 years old and he was 29 years old, we met, we wanted a family, we wanted things together. As time goes by, we realized that we just wanted different things." She emphasized that this wasn't a sudden decision. The separation, she explained, took years to happen. She described the split as like a death and a rebirth. But importantly, she stressed that she still supported Tom's career. She said, "I have always cheered for him and I will continue forever. If there's one person I want to be the happiest in the world, it's him. Believe me." Still, she was clear about what she needed. She wanted to be with someone who could meet you in the middle, someone who shared her values and priorities, someone with whom she could be authentic. That person, apparently, was not Tom Brady anymore. On October 28, 2022, both Tom and Gisele announced their divorce on the same day they filed for it. Both posted nearly identical statements on Instagram, emphasizing that the split was amicable and that their priority was co-parenting their 2 children. The speed of the divorce was sensational. Usually, high net worth divorces take months or even years to settle. This one was resolved almost immediately. Why? The couple had a prenuptial agreement in place, and they used a mediator before filing to work out the major details. Both were wealthy enough that neither needed alimony. Gisele Bündchen, by the way, is worth around $400 million. She's the world's highest paid supermodel. Tom Brady's net worth is estimated between $250 and $333 million. Together, they were worth close to $700 million, making this one of the highest net worth celebrity divorces ever. They also had a solid real estate portfolio, worth roughly $20 to $26 million. This included a $17 million waterfront estate on Indian Creek Island in Miami. The exact division of assets remains confidential. Their settlement was sealed, so we'll never know precisely who got what. While all of this was happening in his personal life, Tom Brady was trying to play football. The 2022 NFL season was his 23rd consecutive season as a starting quarterback, and it became the first losing season of his entire career. Let's look at the numbers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers finished with a record of 8 wins and 9 losses. Despite this, they won their weak division and earned a wild card playoff spot. Brady himself threw for 4,694 passing yards, the 3rd most in the NFL that season. He threw 25 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Those aren't terrible numbers on the surface, but here's where it gets telling. His completion percentage under pressure was just 30.2%. 2%, the lowest in the entire NFL. When defenses blitzed him, when things got chaotic, Brady couldn't perform like he used to. This is a quarterback who had built his entire career on making plays under pressure. Also, his completion percentage on play-action plays was 58.9%, dead last in the NFL. Compare that to the Brady of earlier years, and you can see a significant decline. The season also saw a major loss. In June, his longtime tight end and favorite target, Rob Gronkowski, retired for the second time. That meant Brady was going into the 2022 season without one of his most trusted weapons. Between the personal turmoil at home and the loss of key teammates, the deck was stacked against him. For years, Brady kept quiet about how the divorce had affected his play. But in January 2026, just this month, Brady finally addressed it directly. He sat down with ML Football and admitted that the personal turmoil had taken a real toll. Here's what he said. "My last season was tough. I was going through, I had a lot of, a personal family issue. And it was a challenge, and it just took a lot out of me in terms of my ability to play." He went on to explain that his original goal had been to retire at age 45. He wanted to spend time with his kids, to be at their games, to be present in a way that his playing career had made difficult. But then he unretired. And that decision, he's now acknowledged, came with a cost. By January 2023, when the Buccaneers faced the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card playoff game, it was all over. Brady's final game was a 48-31 loss. Actually, the final score was 31-14. The Buccaneers lost convincingly. Brady threw for 351 yards and 2 touchdowns, showing he still had the arm talent, but it wasn't enough. Exactly 1 year after his first retirement announcement, on February 1st, 2023, Brady announced his retirement for the second and final time. This time, he said he was retiring for good. The divorce and the retirement opened new chapters for both of them. Brady transitioned into a broadcasting career. He signed a 10-year, $375 million deal with Fox Sports to become an NFL analyst. He's also become a partial owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gisele, meanwhile, moved forward with her life. In November 2022, just weeks after the divorce was finalized, she was spotted in Costa Rica with Joaquim Valente, a jiu-jitsu instructor. The relationship eventually became romantic. In February 2025, they welcomed their first child together, a baby boy. And just recently, in December 2025, Gisele and Joaquim got married in a secret private ceremony at their Florida home. Brady hasn't been sitting idle either. In December, he was spotted at a New Year's Eve party in St. Bart's with Alex Earl, a 25-year-old social media influencer. They were photographed with their arms around each other, and multiple sources reported they were very affectionate. Earl had recently broken up with NFL player Braxton Berrios. As of now, neither Brady nor Earl has officially confirmed their dating, but the photo suggests something is going on.